What's up, Jesus lovers, and welcome back to Epic Journey Through the Bible. Today we're going to look at Don't Cry for Me. Don't cry for me. We're looking at Jesus again, weeping over Jerusalem, and today we're actually going to be looking at what did not make Jesus cry. So we looked in the last 2 days at several reasons why Jesus was crying for Jerusalem. Now today we're going to look at what was not the motivating factor for Jesus as he cried and wept over Jerusalem. For those who don't know me, I am Pastor Jacob Serns, and I do this every single day, guys. On this YouTube channel, you'll find inspiring videos every day on the life of Jesus Christ. And so right now we're looking at the triumphal entry, and just after that when Jesus stops and starts weeping over Jerusalem. So what did not motivate Jesus? Jesus was not crying for himself. I want to make that really, really clear. He was not crying for himself. Did he know what would happen? Yes, he absolutely knew what would happen. But he was not weeping about the unfair trial that he would face in the middle of the night as they dragged him in before people who already had pronounced him guilty in their minds. Jesus was not weeping for the fact that his own disciples, the people closest to him in the entire world, would turn their backs on him and forsake him. His boys, his guys, they would turn their backs on him and forsake him and run away and abandon him to die. He wasn't weeping for that. He wasn't weeping for the fact that the Roman soldiers were going to slap him in the face and strike him with a rod on the head, that they would press down a crown of thorns on his brow that would dig deep and penetrate his flesh and have blood flowing down his face. He was not weeping for the whip that would be struck against his back, the 39 lashes, one short of killing a man, that would be smashed across his back with pieces of glass and metal in that whip, ripping out his flesh, tearing his back open. And he did not weep for the fact that he would have to carry the cross with that shredded back ripped open, carrying and dragging a big heavy cross through the city as people mocked and ridiculed him, as soldiers spit in his face. He didn't weep for any of that. He didn't weep for the fact that they were going to take huge nails and drive them through his hands and feet. He didn't weep for that. He didn't weep for the fact that he was going to feel abandoned, even by his own father, and that he would cry out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" He wasn't weeping for that. He wasn't weeping for anything regarding himself. He was only weeping for the precious people of Jerusalem that he loved so much, that he wanted so badly to gather to himself as a mother hen gathers her chicks under her wing. But they would not come. They wouldn't listen. Will you? Will you listen when Jesus calls you? When Jesus tries to gather you to himself? Will you go? Will you follow his voice? Or will you turn away like the people of Jerusalem did and cause his heart to break and cause him to weep? I hope the answer is pretty obvious. I hope that we all will run to Jesus when he calls to us. Let's always keep our ears open for that cry, for that call, when Jesus gathers us to himself, when he says, hey, I want you to go here. Hey, I want you to do this. I want you to say this. I want you to be at this area. I want you to make these friends. I want you to disciple these people. I want you to spend your time doing this. I want you to spend your money doing this, your energy, your efforts. I want you to give me everything. When that still small voice is calling to us, let's always respond with a resounding yes. And let's understand that whatever Jesus is asking us to do, it's not like it's something he wouldn't already do for us, because he gave everything for us. And if he's asking us to give something for him, it's for our benefit, because he didn't even cry for himself. He cried for the other people. Jesus was the perfect example of selflessness, the opposite of selfishness. So guys, let's do what God tells us to do. Let's say what God tells us to say. Let's never make Jesus weep on account of us rejecting him, but let's embrace him and run to him like those little chickens running, cheep, 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 running into their the mother hen's wing and taking shelter and refuge in him. God bless you guys. Push the thumbs up button if you like this video. You can watch another one over here or subscribe over here. Peace, love, and the joy of the Lord. Have an awesome day.